The massive holographic display flickered with incoming alien transmission, casting an eerie blue light across Captain J. Park's angular face. He stood motionless in the Earth Orbital Station's central command center, his dark eyes scanning the cryptic message from the Galactic Council. Outside the station's reinforced windows, Earth hung like a blue-green marble, unaware of the impending threat that hovered just beyond its atmospheric borders. The Council's message was clear: humanity's rapid technological expansion had caught their attention, and not in a favorable way. "They want us to stop," whispered Lieutenant Rachel Chen, her fingers dancing across the quantum communication interface. "They're giving us an ultimatum." Jay understood the subtext. The Galactic Council saw humans as a potential threat, a young, unpredictable species that was developing technologies at an unprecedented rate. What the aliens didn't realize was that humanity's strength wasn't just in its technology, but in its adaptability and fierce determination. The transmission detailed strict limitations on human space exploration. No further colonization beyond existing Mars and lunar settlements. No advanced weapon research. No development of faster-than-light communication systems. Each restriction felt like a chain, attempting to restrain a species that had never accepted boundaries. In the underground research facilities scattered across Earth, scientists like Dr. Un Choi were already 3 steps ahead. While diplomats would debate and negotiate, researchers were quietly developing technologies that would make the Galactic Council's restrictions look like ancient history. Jay tapped a complex encryption sequence, routing the message through multiple quantum relays. The response would be calculated, measured, but unmistakably clear: humanity would not be intimidated. "Prepare standard diplomatic response," he instructed the communication team. "But also initiate Protocol Omega." Protocol Omega was humanity's secret contingency plan. Developed over decades by military strategists and brilliant scientists, it represented a comprehensive defense and potential offensive strategy that could be activated within minutes of a serious external threat. The station hummed with quiet anticipation. Hundreds of personnel moved with practiced efficiency, each understanding their role in what could potentially become humanity's most significant moment of confrontation. Outside, hidden surveillance satellites, far more advanced than the Galactic Council suspected, tracked the alien transmission's origin. They weren't just receiving, they were analyzing, mapping, and preparing potential defensive and offensive scenarios. Jay knew the Council viewed humans as aggressive, unpredictable, and potentially dangerous. What they didn't understand was that humanity's aggression was fundamentally defensive. Centuries of conflict on Earth had taught them one crucial lesson: preparedness was the best form of survival. The holographic display shifted, revealing complex data streams and potential interaction scenarios. Algorithms developed by the world's best mathematicians and computer scientists were already predicting potential Council moves, creating counter-strategies in real time. "Transmission analysis complete," announced Rachel. "They're positioning military vessels near our outer colony zones." A slight smile crossed Jay's face. The Galactic Council thought they were being subtle. In reality, their every move was being anticipated, tracked, and neutralized before they could fully implement their strategy. Humanity had spent decades preparing for this moment. Not out of aggression, but out of a deep-rooted understanding that in the vast, unpredictable universe, only the prepared survive. The station's internal systems synchronized, quantum shields initializing at submolecular levels. Defensive technologies that would seem like science fiction to most were now standard operational protocol. "Send the response," Jay commanded. The message was elegant in its simplicity: humanity acknowledged the Galactic Council's communication. They would review the recommendations. And they were prepared to discuss further. But the unspoken message was clear: we are not your prey. We are not your subject. We are humanity. As the transmission sent, Jay knew this was just the beginning. The Galactic Council had made a critical mistake. They had underestimated not just human technology, but human spirit. The universe was about to learn a valuable lesson deep beneath the Nevada desert. A complex network of underground research facilities hummed with quiet intensity. Dr. Un Choi stood before a massive holographic display, her fingers tracing delicate lines of quantum algorithms that seemed to dance and shift with living energy. The facility was unlike any military research center in human history. Here, scientists from every corner of the globe worked together, united by a single purpose: preparing humanity for the inevitable confrontation with the Galactic Council. Quantum shield generators lined the walls, each one a marvel of engineering that could adapt and reconfigure faster than any known technology in the universe. These weren't just defensive mechanisms, they were living, thinking systems that could predict and counter potential threats in milliseconds. "We're ready," Moon whispered to her lead engineering team. Around her, advanced computer systems processed billions of calculations per second. Prototype weapons that looked more like intricate pieces of art than traditional military equipment stood in carefully secured chambers. The team had spent years developing technologies that would make conventional warfare look like children's games. Adaptive nanomaterials that could change properties instantly. Energy systems that could draw power from multiple dimensional sources. Communication networks that could encrypt and transmit information through quantum entanglement. Outside the facility, the desert seemed peaceful. But beneath the surface, humanity was preparing its most sophisticated defense strategy ever conceived. Captain J. Park's earlier transmission had triggered a global response. Every advanced research facility, every military installation, every technological center was now working in perfect synchronization. The Galactic Council's threat had united humanity in a way no previous challenge ever had. In a separate research wing, engineers were completing final tests on a revolutionary propulsion system. It wasn't just about speed anymore. This system could potentially manipulate spacetime itself, allowing human vessels to move in ways that would confuse and overwhelm any potential alien attackers. Dr. Choi reviewed the latest data streams. The quantum shields were showing remarkable potential. They weren't just defensive barriers, they were intelligent systems that could learn and adapt in real time. Each potential attack scenario was analyzed, processed, and a counter-strategy developed within fractions of a second. "We're not just preparing to defend," she told her senior researcher, Michael Rodriguez. "We're preparing to demonstrate humanity's true potential." The facility's security was unparalleled. Multiple layers of quantum encryption, gravitational anomaly detectors, and advanced biometric systems ensured that no unauthorized access was possible. The research here was humanity's most closely guarded secret. Military strategists had long understood that technology was the key to survival. But this wasn't about creating weapons. This was about creating intelligent systems that could think, adapt, and respond faster than any biological intelligence could comprehend. Prototype combat suits lined another section of the facility. These weren't traditional armor. They were living systems that could heal themselves, adapt to multiple environmental conditions, and enhance human capabilities beyond current understanding. Communication networks spread across the globe, invisible threads connecting research facilities, military installations, and strategic command centers. Every piece of information was shared, analyzed, and integrated into the growing defensive strategy. The Galactic Council believed they were dealing with a young, predictable species. They had no idea that humanity had been preparing for this moment for decades. Every conflict, every technological advancement, every scientific breakthrough had been leading to this point. Dr. Choi looked at the holographic display one more time. The quantum algorithms pulsed with an almost living energy. Each line of code represented years of research, countless sleepless nights, and the collective intelligence of humanity's best minds. "We're ready," she said again, this time with absolute certainty. Outside, the desert continued its silent vigil. But beneath the surface, humanity was transforming. No longer just a species confined to one planet. Now, they were becoming something more. Something the Galactic Council would never expect. The preparation was complete. And the universe was about to witness humanity's true potential. The vast emptiness of space erupted with sudden violence as the first wave of Galactic Council battleships emerged from hyperspace. Their sleek, metallic vessels looked like razor-sharp predators, designed to intimidate and destroy. They expected a quick, decisive victory against the human colonies near Mars. Admiral Sung Kim watched the incoming fleet through the advanced targeting systems of the USS Resilience. His team had been waiting, perfectly positioned, with technologies the alien attackers couldn't comprehend. "Incoming vessels," announced the tactical officer. 12 primary battleships, 23 support craft. The alien commander, a creature with multiple eyes and a crystalline exoskeleton, believed this would be a simple elimination mission. Humans were considered primitive, their technology barely worthy of consideration. A classic mistake that would cost them dearly. As the first energy weapons charged, preparing to unleash destruction on the Mars colonial defense perimeter, something unexpected happened. The human defensive systems didn't just block the incoming attacks, they transformed them. Quantum shields absorbed the alien weapons' energy, rapidly converting destructive force into defensive power. Each attack made the human defenses stronger, more adaptive. The alien battleship's sophisticated weapon systems suddenly found themselves neutralized by technologies they couldn't understand. "Target their primary command vessel," Sung ordered calmly. Precision strikes erupted from hidden orbital platforms. These weren't traditional missiles or energy weapons. They were intelligent projectiles that could change course, adapt to defensive systems, and penetrate even the most advanced shields. The first alien battleship exploded not from direct damage, but from its own internal systems being manipulated and turned against itself. Its complex computer networks suddenly became vulnerabilities, infected by human-designed quantum viruses that spread faster than the aliens could respond. Panic began to spread through the alien fleet. Their tactical networks, once considered impenetrable, were being systematically dismantled. Humans weren't just defending. They were counterattacking with a level of technological sophistication that defied the aliens' understanding. "They're using our own technologies against us," the alien fleet commander realized too late. Adaptive nanoswarms deployed from human vessels, moving like intelligent clouds of metallic particles. They could reconfigure instantly, becoming shields, weapons, or communication relays. Traditional combat strategies meant nothing against such fluid, intelligent systems. Mars colony's defensive grid transformed the battlefield. What looked like simple communication arrays were actually complex quantum manipulation devices. Entire sections of space could be temporarily altered, making alien navigation and targeting impossible. Within 30 minutes, 2/3 of the alien invasion force had been neutralized. Not through brute force, but through intelligent, adaptive technologies that responded faster than biological intelligence could process. The remaining alien vessels attempted retreat. But human tracking systems were already locked onto their quantum signatures. Escape routes were systematically blocked, not through physical barriers, but through complex mathematical manipulations of spacetime. "They never saw us coming," Sung remarked to his senior tactical officer. The battle wasn't just a military engagement. It was a demonstration of humanity's potential. Years of quiet preparation, of developing technologies that pushed the boundaries of scientific understanding, had culminated in this moment. As the last alien vessel was neutralized, a simple transmission was sent back to the Galactic Council. No words of triumph. No declarations of war. Just a clear, unequivocal message: humanity would not be intimidated. The Mars colonial defense perimeter remained untouched. Not a single human life had been lost. The alien invasion force had been completely dismantled using nothing more than intelligent, adaptive technologies. Admiral Sung Kim allowed himself a slight smile. The Galactic Council had made a critical mistake. They had viewed humans as a young, predictable species. Now they would learn the true meaning of human potential. The universe had just changed forever. And humanity was just getting started. The USS Resilience moved through deep space like a phantom, its quantum signature constantly shifting to avoid detection. Captain J. Park stood on the bridge, his eyes fixed on the holographic star maps tracking alien movement patterns. Humanity's counteroffensive wasn't about destruction. It was about sending a clear message: underestimate us at your own risk. Intelligence gathered from the previous battle revealed critical vulnerabilities in the Galactic Council's communication networks. The humans had discovered something the aliens never expected: their entire strategic infrastructure could be manipulated. Target their central communication hub, Jay instructed his tactical team. Unlike previous military operations, this wasn't about killing. It was about demonstrating technological superiority. Quantum transmission viruses began infiltrating alien communication channels. These weren't simple computer viruses. They were intelligent systems that could adapt, learn, and reconfigure themselves in milliseconds. Each transmission carried complex algorithms that could disrupt entire communication networks. The first alien communication hub went dark within minutes. Not destroyed, but completely neutralized. Its systems turned into an intricate puzzle that the Galactic Council couldn't solve. Backup systems activated, but humans were already 3 steps ahead. Adaptive nanoswarms infected their backup networks, creating complex mathematical disruptions that made normal communication impossible. "They can't coordinate," remarked the communication specialist. "Their entire strategic command is losing connectivity." Satellite tracking systems showed panic spreading through alien fleet formations. Without reliable communication, their complex military structure began to crumble from within. Jay understood this wasn't just a military operation. This was a demonstration of human potential. Every technological breakthrough, every late-night research session, every complex algorithm developed over decades was now proving its worth. Prototype stealth vessels moved silently between alien defensive positions. These weren't traditional warships. They were living technological systems that could adapt, reconfigure, and respond faster than biological intelligence could comprehend. "Prepare quantum transmission," Jay ordered. A single message would be sent to the Galactic Council. Not a threat. Not a declaration of war. Simply a clear, unequivocal statement of human capability. The transmission contained no words. Just a complex mathematical sequence that demonstrated humanity's technological understanding. It was a message that said more than any verbal communication could: "We are not your enemies. We are not your prey. We are something you cannot control or understand." Alien military strategists watched in confusion as their most advanced defensive systems became useless. Entire fleet formations found themselves unable to communicate, unable to coordinate, unable to respond. "How are they doing this?" one alien commander asked, watching system after system go offline. The answer was simple: human potential. Years of research, of pushing technological boundaries, of understanding that technology was more than just hardware, it was an adaptive, living system, had prepared humanity for this moment. Each disrupted communication channel was a lesson. Each neutralized defensive system was a message. Humanity wasn't just defending itself. It was demonstrating a level of technological sophistication that the Galactic Council couldn't comprehend. As quickly as the counteroffensive began, it ended. No massive destruction. No unnecessary violence. Just a clear, powerful demonstration of capability. The USS Resilience returned to its strategic position, its quantum shields already reconfiguring, preparing for potential future engagements. Captain J. Park looked at his team. No celebrations. No dramatic speeches. Just the quiet understanding that they had changed the universe's perception of humanity forever. "Mission accomplished," he said simply. Outside, stars continued their silent dance. But something had changed. The universe now understood that humans were not just another species to be controlled or threatened. They were something entirely new. Something unexpected. And they were just getting started. The massive conference chamber of the Galactic Council fell silent as Ambassador Hyun Lee stepped forward. Her presence was calm, her posture confident, a stark contrast to the defeated alien representatives surrounding her. Holographic displays flickered with battle recordings. Entire alien fleets neutralized. Communication networks dismantled. Strategic positions compromised. Not through violence, but through pure technological superiority. "You underestimated humanity," Hyun began, her voice measured and clear. "That was your first mistake." Alien representatives shifted uncomfortably. The crystalline species from the outer quadrants, the energy-based lifeforms from hydrogen clusters, the silicon-based intelligence networks all found themselves facing a reality they never anticipated. Humanity wasn't just another emerging species. They were something entirely different. The battle reports told a stunning story. No human lives lost. Minimal physical destruction. Complete strategic dominance achieved through intelligent technological systems that could adapt faster than biological intelligence could comprehend. "We are not your enemies," Hyun continued. "But we will not be controlled." Each alien representative carried the weight of their civilization's miscalculation. They had seen humans as primitive, aggressive, potentially dangerous. Now they understood humanity was something far more complex. Technological demonstrations played across the chamber's screens. Quantum shield systems that could absorb and redirect energy. Adaptive nanoswarm technologies that could reconfigure themselves instantaneously. Communication networks that could manipulate spacetime itself. The Galactic Council's most advanced strategists had been completely outmaneuvered by a species they had dismissed as irrelevant. "We propose a new relationship," Hyun stated. "Not as subjects. Not as potential threats. But as equals." The implications were profound. Humanity wasn't requesting admission to the Galactic Council. They were demanding recognition as a technological power that could not be ignored or controlled. Alien diplomatic protocols, developed over thousands of stellar cycles, suddenly seemed obsolete. Humans had introduced a new paradigm of technological and strategic thinking that defied traditional understanding. "Your initial threat was based on fear," Hyun explained. "Fear of our potential. Fear of our adaptability. That fear was justified." Silence filled the chamber. The weight of her words hung heavy in the artificial atmosphere. Holographic displays continued showing battle recordings. Not scenes of destruction, but demonstrations of intelligent technological adaptation. Each replay revealed new layers of human capability that the aliens had completely missed. The silicon-based intelligence network representative made the first move. A complex mathematical sequence transmitted a diplomatic gesture of respect. Humans had not just defeated them. They had fundamentally changed the understanding of technological potential. Ambassador Hyun Lee's slight smile carried more power than any weapon. She understood this moment was about more than military victory. It was about redefining humanity's place in the universe. "We are prepared to share our technological understanding," she said. "But on our terms." The Galactic Council had two choices: accept humanity's conditions or face complete technological isolation. The message was clear: humans were not asking for permission. They were declaring their arrival. Decades of quiet preparation. Years of research. Countless sleepless nights in underground facilities. Mathematical breakthroughs. Technological innovations. They had all led to this moment. As the conference concluded, one thing became absolutely clear: the universe would never be the same. Humanity had arrived. Not as conquerors. Not as victims. But as something entirely unexpected.